Dr. Anna looked at Sunjin, who kept his eyes fixed on her, visibly anxious to hear whether his wife and baby were okay. She glanced at the file in her hands and, with a warm smile, congratulated him, announcing that Minsu had given birth to a healthy baby girl. The words seemed almost surreal. Everyone around them was momentarily stunned, but joy quickly filled the room. After everything Minsu had endured, receiving such good news felt like a miracle. Sunjin, overwhelmed and nearly brought to tears by the happiness of the moment, expressed his heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Anna for saving both Minsu and the baby. The relief in his voice was unmistakable. Not wanting to wait another second, he asked if he could go in to see them. Dr. Anna gently explained that Minsu was still sleeping and that she was extremely fatigued and exhausted from the labor. She added that the good news was that Minsu had not needed a C-section. She had delivered naturally. Once Minsu woke up and the baby had completed all necessary medical routine checkups, they would be allowed to visit her. Sunjin, filled with excitement and anticipation, smiled and said they would wait. He thanked Dr. Anna once again, his voice filled with sincere appreciation. Dr. Anna then turned to Wubin, letting him know that she would be back shortly as she needed to finish up a few things. Wubin nodded with a smile. Unbeknownst to him, Yuna, who had already returned to the hospital, was watching from a distance. She saw them talking and smiling together. Though she tried to ignore it, the dissatisfaction on her face was unmistakable. Her emotions were written all over her expression. As the group stood there, basking in the joy of the new arrival, Sunjin's eyes shifted toward his mother. She was standing alone, her expression clouded with quiet sadness. He immediately understood why. She had been hoping the baby would be a boy, clinging to the idea that a grandson might finally help her heal from the grief of losing her own son. Even though they had shared disagreements in the past, Sunjin still loved her deeply and understood the emotional weight she carried. He slowly walked toward her, his heart aching with empathy. Standing beside her, he looked at her with quiet understanding and gently asked if she was okay. His mother looked at him with sorrow in her eyes and admitted that she had hoped the baby would be a boy, believing it might ease the pain and hollowness in her heart. In some way, she thought it would be a sign that her late son, Taemin, had returned to her. Sunjin, still looking at her, felt a deep sense of compassion. He gently took her hands in his and assured her that he believed Taemin was in a better place. He told her that it didn't matter whether the baby was a boy or a girl. What truly mattered was that she was now a grandmother. All the love and care she had once given to Taemin could now be passed on to their newborn daughter. Hearing his words, his mother gave him a soft, apologetic smile. She wiped away her tears and congratulated him, saying she knew he would make a wonderful father. She admitted that perhaps she needed more time to heal and finally let go of the pain of losing her son. Lately, she had been thinking about him more often, especially about how much pain he must have been in when he was shot. At that moment, Sunjin froze. A wave of guilt crashed over him, as her words reopened a wound he had tried so hard to bury. The trauma of accidentally gunning down his own brother had haunted him for years. But now, in this moment of joy and new beginnings, he forced himself to focus on the good. He gently told his mother that everything would be okay with time, and reminded her that today was a special day, a day to celebrate life. She nodded with a smile and apologized again for bringing up the past on what was supposed to be his happiest day.